Hey everyone, I'm Jamie from Alignment for Awesomeness, and today we're going to generate a little heat. We're going to do yoga for core strength. So let's start lying down. Bend into your legs, placing your feet flat on the mat. Bring your feet as wide as the mat, and your knees come to touch. Palms face upwards. Gently closing down your eyes as you let your eyelids feel heavy. Bring your focus to your breath. And for now, breathe normally in and out through your nose. Not forcing anything, but letting the air flow naturally. Place your hands on your belly and concentrate the breath on this area. So you're breathing in and out from the belly. Watching the belly rise and fall with the breath. Is your breath fast or is it slow? Now move your hands up to your rib cage and focus the breath on this area. Breathing in and out from your rib cage. Watching the ribs expand on an inhale and contract on an exhale. Is your breath steady or is it uneven? Now moving your hands up to your heart space, to your chest, and concentrating the breath here. Breathing in and out from the chest. Watching it rise and fall with the breath. Does this breath feel different to the previous two breaths? Is your breath deep or is it shallow? And now I'm going to connect all three breaths. Place your right hand on your belly, your left hand stays on your heart. Breathe in from the belly, filling up the rib cage and your chest, and then exhaling to release. As you inhale from the belly, your belly pushes against your right hand. Your ribs start to fill, and then your left hand moves up as your chest expands. Continue breathing from the belly, filling the back of your rib cage and your chest space. Feeling this wave-like motion. Now return to a normal breath, keeping your right hand on your belly, your left hand on your chest. May this practice heal and strengthen our body and mind. Bringing both hands to your heart space. Interlace your hands, turn your palms face up. Exhale, extend your arms towards the ceiling as you stretch. And then inhale, reach your arms overhead. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, side out. Release your hands down by your side. Bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Option to bring your forehead towards your knees. Squeeze a little tighter and then release back down onto the ground. Extend your legs towards the ceiling. Point or flex your feet. Now bend your elbows, bringing your hands just beneath your butt cheeks. Head stays on the ground. Activate your core. Inhale, start to lower your feet towards the ground, but keep your feet hovering just above your mat. Exhale to raise your feet upwards. Now, if you want a little bit more heat, try to straighten your legs. Lift your head, again engaging your core. Inhaling to lower your feet towards the ground. Exhaling to raise your feet upwards. So keep continuing this movement, inhaling to lower your feet. Exhaling to raise. Feel that fire in your belly. The slower you go, the more you engage your core. One last time. Bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself another little hug. Maybe you rock from side to side to massage your lower back. Come back to center. Straighten your arms up towards the ceiling. Back of your hands come to touch. Slide your hands in between your knees. Grab onto your heels if you can, otherwise your ankles or your legs. Flex your feet. Raise your heels up. Coming to 90 degrees. Happy baby. Maybe you rock from side to side. Perhaps you straighten one leg, straighten the other. Have a little play around. Then find some stillness. Lower your heels to your butt cheeks as you point your feet. Bring your hands to your knees and then bring your knees together. Give yourself one last little hug and then roll over onto one side. Prop yourself up and make your way to a tabletop position. So your hands are shoulder width apart and your knees are hip width distance apart. Feet pointing backwards, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Spread your fingers out wide. Extend your left leg. Find your balance and then start to raise your left leg, keeping your left foot flexed, hips parallel with the ground, so you're not opening your hips up like this. Activate your core. Bring the back of your right hand onto your sacrum. Feel your left glute engaged. And then extend your right arm forward. Point your left foot. Hold it here, reaching your foot and hand in opposite directions. Don't forget to breathe. Lower your right hand to the mat. Left knee follows. Let's come to the other side. So starting by extending your right leg, finding your balance. Start to lift your right leg up, parallel with the mat, foot flexed, hips parallel. This time the back of your left hand comes onto your sacrum. Feel your right glute engaged. Extend your left arm forwards. Point your right foot. Hold it here. Nice strong core. Then lower your left hand down. Right knee down as well. Walk your hands forwards. Hands shoulder width apart. Again, spreading your fingers out wide. Curl your toes under. Press your feet into the ground as you lift your knees up. Hips come up and back. Downward facing dog. Now it's more important to have a straight back than straight legs. So if you tend to round your upper back like this, then bend your knees. Press your hands into the ground as you push your hips up and back. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, press your hands into the ground, lengthening through your spine, softening your legs as you exhale. And on your next inhale, gently pushing your shoulders towards your ankles, watching your heels come down a little further towards the ground. Let's hold for a couple more breaths here. Lower your knees to the mat. Untuck your toes. Sit on your heels. Come up high onto your fingertips. Active child's pose. So your head is not up, nor is it touching the floor. It's in alignment with your spine. Inhale, walk your fingertips forwards. Exhale, push your bum cheeks backwards, lengthening through your upper back, middle back, low back. Inhale, walk your hands over towards the left, but go to 10 or 11 o'clock. You don't want to go too far. Keep walking your fingertips forwards, pressing your hips backwards, feeling that stretch in your right side body. Perhaps walking your left fingertips a little further forwards so that you're lengthening on your left side as well as your right. 2 more breaths. Exhaling to come back through center. Inhaling to walk your hands over towards the right to 1 or 2 o'clock this time. Walking your fingers forwards, drawing your hips backwards. Walking your right hand a little further forwards this time. Lengthening through both sides. 2 more cleansing breaths. And then making your way back through center, planting your hands, curling your toes under, pressing your feet into the ground, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Perhaps you walk it out this time, so bending into one knee, bending into the other, loosening up any tension in your legs. And then inhale to come up high onto the balls of your feet as you roll forwards. You might need to walk your hands forwards as well to ensure that your shoulders are over your wrists. High plank. Draw your belly towards your spine. Really press into the ground to round your upper back. And your head is in alignment with your spine, so creating a nice straight line from the heels to the crown of the head. Exhale, press your hands into the ground. Push your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. We're going to flow here a few times. So inhale, come forwards, high plank. Strong core. Push up into the space in between your shoulder blades. Exhale, downward facing dog. So keep moving here at your own pace. Following the movement of your spine, keeping your core engaged and connecting the movement with the breath. Good job. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the mat. Untuck your toes. Lower your forehead to the mat. Or place your forehead on a block or a cushion. Your arms come by your side, palms face up. Relax your shoulders. And breathe. And as you exhale, press your knees into the ground. Relax your head as you slowly roll back up to seated. Remove your block and make your way back to your down dog. So remembering your alignment points here, hands are shoulder width apart and feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale, press your hands into the ground, opening up your shoulders, lengthening your spine. Relax your legs and gently push your shoulders towards your heels. Shift your weight onto your left foot and slowly with control start to raise your right leg, keeping your right foot flexed and your hips level. Inhale, press your hands into the ground, point your right foot, raise it a little higher. And as you inhale, come onto the ball of your left foot. Bring your knee forwards, knee to nose, press your hands into the ground, round through your upper back. Nice, strong core. Exhale, come back to your three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose. Strong core. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, three-legged dog. Flex your right foot, lower your right foot to the mat. Inhale, roll forwards, high plank. Walk your hands forwards if you need to. Hold it nice and strong here. Exhale, shift your weight forwards. Bend your elbows, so elbows tucked towards your body as you lower down towards the mat. Come up onto your forearm. Make an L shape with your hands. Grab onto your elbows. Elbows just in front of your shoulders. Feet point backwards, not inwards. Relax your legs and your butt cheeks. Look towards the ground. And as you inhale, draw your elbows towards your body. Your chin leads the movement diagonally forwards and up. Nice strong shoulders here. Now your shoulders are over your elbows. And slowly lower down onto the mat. Bringing your hands to either side of your rib cage. Curling your toes under. And in a moment you're going to exhale, press your hands down and forwards. So down and forwards, coming up in one smooth movement to your down dog. Exhale, hands press down and forwards. Downward facing dog. Once again, pressing your hands into the ground to really lengthen through the spine. Softening the legs and gently pushing the shoulders towards your heels. Shift your weight onto your right foot now. Slowly with control, start to raise your left leg, left foot flexed, hips parallel. Inhale, press your hands into the ground, point your left foot, raise it a little higher. And on your next inhale, come up high onto the ball of your right foot. Left knee comes forwards to touch your nose. Press through the hands, round through the upper back. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, three-legged dog. Flex your left foot, lower your foot towards the mat, and then lower your knees down as well. Good job. Walk your hands towards your body as you sit on your heels. Giving your feet a nice little stretch here. Good job. And then coming down, swinging your feet round out in front of you. I'm going to come into boat pose here. This will help your legs up. Grab onto the backs of your knees, so the backs of your thighs. Keep a nice straight back here, so you don't want to be rounding your back. Nice straight back, strong core. Lift one foot off the ground, parallel with the mat if you can. Then the other foot off the ground. Option 1. Option 2. Release your arms, relax your shoulders. Option 3. Straighten your legs. So pick whichever option you prefer. Just listen to your body, honor what you need today, and hold it here. You're doing great. Keep holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab onto the backs of your legs, lower one foot, then the other. Give yourself a little hug. And then extend one leg, extend the other. We're going to come to lying. So before we come to lying, we want to lengthen out the lower back. So come onto your forearms, press your hands into the ground towards your feet as you point your feet and your upper body pulls backwards, lengthening out through the lower back. Good job. Bending into your right leg, right foot on the mat. Bend into your left leg, left foot on the mat, feet hip-width distance apart. Press your hands and forearms into the ground as you start to tuck your tailbone, slowly peeling your lower back off the ground, mid-back, upper back. When you reach your shoulders, lift your head up off the ground for just a moment, press your feet into the ground to come up a little higher, and then relax your head back down. So here you're not trying to press your hips up towards the ceiling because that creates a crunch in your lower back. You want to push your thighs diagonally forwards and your chest diagonally backwards, so you're opening up the whole of your front body. Strong glutes here. Shift your weight onto your left foot and see if you can raise your right leg up towards the ceiling and hold, pressing your hands and forearms into the ground. Make sure your hips don't collapse. And then slowly lowering your right foot to the ground. Let's go to the other side. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Extend your left leg up and hold. Firing up your legs and your glutes. And then lower your left foot down. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, roll out nice and slow. Your upper back comes down first. Mid back, low back, hips. Slide your hands down by your side. Knees to chest. Give yourself a little hug. Good job. Lower one foot to the mat, followed by the other. Extend one leg, extend the other. Come up onto your forearms and grab a pillow. Place a pillow underneath your legs to loosen any tension in your low back. Coming back down onto your forearms, pressing your hands towards your feet as you roll out. Nice and slow, ready to come into Shavasana, final resting posture. Palms face upwards. Close down your eyes. And allow your body to feel heavy. Become aware of the shape of your body lying on the floor. Noticing the weight of your feet, your legs, your hips, back, shoulders, arms, hands, head. Breathe into the space in between your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, feel your tailbone sink into the floor. Release your jaw, letting your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. Soften the area around your eyes. Let your eyes drop back into your eye sockets. Slowly beginning to make your way back into your body, keeping your eyes closed. Finding a little movement in your hands and in your feet. Wiggling your fingers and moving your toes. Shake your head from side to side. Just starting to wake up the body nice and slow. Return your head to center. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. And whenever you're ready, reaching your arms overhead, pointing your toes, enjoying a nice full body stretch, maybe taking a yawn. And in your own time, bending your knees, rolling over onto your right hand side, using your right upper arm as a pillow. And then propping yourself up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Placing your right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. May this practice heal and strengthen your mind and body.